Yes, it is, isn't it? It is extremely windy today, isn't it, little creature? Extremely windy. I tried to use my rucksack as a sort of barrier, kind of like a windbreak, to shelter you somewhat from the wind. Maybe you will feel a bit less cold, a bit less exposed to the elements this way, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shelter you. Maybe even my big body is sheltering you. My big body. Little creature, you're not supposed to call me big-bodied. That could be interpreted as an insult, you know. You're not calling me fat, are you? Are you calling me fat, little creature? Are you being cheeky right now? Are you being a cheeky little monkey? You cheeky little monkey, you rapscallion, you. I can't be mad at you though. Oh no. No. You're far too adorable to remain mad at. Absolutely far too adorable. For me to remain mad at, you know what I'm saying? Can you feel that wind? Can you feel the wind, little creature? It's like a flipping storm out here. And you got those crazy seagulls as well. They be squawking up a storm, those seagulls. Those naughty seagulls. No regard for other people's peace. Have they no concept of peace inside their feeble seagull minds? I think that actually there might be many human beings that also have feeble seagull minds. Goodness me, little creature, it is significantly windier than I thought. Significantly windier. I wonder, can you even hear me right now? I speak very softly, don't I? I speak very softly. I like to whisper. I wonder if your little creature ears can pick up my whispers over the sound of this wind. It's like gale force winds out here. Gale force winds. It's okay though. I'll keep you as sheltered as possible, won't I? Yes, I will. And then hopefully, you won't feel too exposed to the elements. Just let my massive big body shelter you. Yes, my big body, the one that you made fun of earlier. You cheeky little creature, You know, I cycled here. It's quite far away from where I live. It was quite a cycle ride. I'm just riding around. But I did not anticipate how windy it was. It was blowing me around all over the place. The wind was pushing me from side to side. It was bullying me. I was getting bullied by the wind. Bullied by nature. Can you believe it, being bullied by an unseen, invisible force? A force of nature. Do you think there was some time period, long time period ago, maybe medieval time or perhaps even earlier, maybe like caveman time, prehistoric time, when they thought, they being people, when people thought that the wind was some sort of supernatural entity, maybe a spirit, because I mean it is an invisible, unseeable force, and yet you can see it and sense it, can't you? Of course you can, you know it's there, very much so. But what if ancient people personified the wind and thought that it was some sort of entity, some sort of spiritual entity? You know what I'm saying? synthesize vitamin D ourselves, don't we? But it is activated from sunlight. Is that correct? Is that correct? I'm not a biologist, you know. I'm not a biologist, so I might be incorrect. I'm just a simple primitive layman. A simple primitive layman. Can you hear those sirens, little creature? The police busy doing their police things. It's almost inescapable in the city. Even if you go kind of far away into the more naturey aspects of the city, places like forests or parks, you can still hear in the distance sirens, police sirens. Yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. They haunt you wherever you go, and they're ever so loud, aren't they? Ever so loud and scary. But obviously you have nothing to worry about, little creature, as long as you aren't a criminal. Are you a criminal, little creature? Is that the adorable little face of a criminal? You know, I hadn't thought of it before. I hadn't thought about your morality, little creature, about the possibility of you being an immoral, illegal criminal. Do you engage in illegal activities? Are you a little criminal? A mischievous little bandit, perhaps? I could imagine you dressed up in a robber's outfit. You know what I'm saying? A robber's outfit. A nice little ski mask. A stripy top, white and black stripy top. You know, the classic look. Where does that come from? I think that's an old prisoner's uniform, isn't it? The horizontal black and white stripy top. That's an old prisoner uniform. Now it's, what is it, orange jumpsuits, I suppose. I think that's an American thing though, isn't it? I think that's an American thing. Pretty sure in the UK you just get trackies and a sweatshirt, and they're just like whatever, grey or navy. Whatever. The UK prison system is very weird, you know. It's very weird. They had to release a bunch of people, a bunch of criminals, because the prisons were overcrowded. That's right, they released them early. I'm sure the prisoners were very happy about that. Can you imagine being sent into prison for a long period of time? You're terrified of it, you're dreadful, you hate it, and then suddenly you get told out of nowhere that you're being released early. You'd be so flippin' happy. You'd be overjoyed, wouldn't you? And I bet you can't wait to get out of prison and engage in criminal activity once again, little creature. No, I'm sure some of them reformed and became lovely, hard-working individuals contributing to society. I'm certain, but I'm also certain that some of them did not reform and just went on to commit a crime once again. Whatever though, isn't it? Whatever. You know what's funny? Back a long time ago, when I was working in a hotel as a cleaner, I was speaking to this guest. It was a young man, maybe 20s, something like that, I don't know. And he had just been released from prison. And he was staying in a hotel to party and to celebrate his release from prison. Why not, after all? Why not? That is something to celebrate. But he was telling me, maybe he told me a bit too much information. I don't know why I was feeling so sociable with this ex-con, but I was asking him all sorts of questions, and he was telling me that he went to prison because he was speeding. He was doing like 150 miles per hour, and he was live streaming it on Facebook. much wanted to make an example of him or something. Whatever that means. Probably quite cheeky to live stream it at the same time. And very dangerous, of course, endangering other road users and pedestrians, Dangerous, very dangerous. I do wonder what he said on that live stream though. Maybe that also contributed to him getting into trouble. What did he say whilst he was live streaming his speeding road activities? I'm very curious, but I have to say, I did like this guy. I like this guy, he was just funny, funny to talk to. He's a cheeky little chappy. He was a cheeky little chappy. He gave me a tip as well. That almost never happened. I worked in that hotel as a cleaner for like 8 years, something like that. And I received probably 4 tips the entire time. 4 tips the entire time. Can you believe it? Can you believe the absolute stinginess of these people? It was quite a fancy hotel as well, You would have to be at least semi-rich to stay there. Not all the time. Sometimes you can buy the rooms for cheap, you know what I'm saying? When it's quiet and there's not much occupancy, you pay less money for the same rooms. That's probably the way to do it. If you want to stay in a nice fancy hotel, is wait to see if the price drops during a period of time when there is low occupancy. And then you can get the benefits of the fancy hotel, the fancy hotel. Yes, indeed. And you could party too. You will not believe some of the things that I found when cleaning hotel rooms. Goodness flipping me. A lot of drugs. Lots of various different kinds too. I think probably cocaine was the most common drug that I found. But also like more extreme stuff. Lots of crack. Not lots, but some heroin. I do not F with that, I gotta say. That is far too extreme. It's all too extreme, honestly. Except for maybe weed. That's the only thing. And even that, if you smoke it too regularly, it's going to mess up your brain, isn't it? I would think so, if you do it too regularly. But I mean, it's up to you, honestly. I believe in freedom. I believe in the freedom to mess yourself up if you want to. It's your body, your choice, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wonder if that freedom extends to all substances, like the more hardcore drugs that are extremely addictive and have extremely negative consequences on your health, your physical and mental health, you know what I'm saying? Should people have access to that? Should they be allowed to do those drugs? On the one hand, I do think that it should be up to you if you want to destroy yourself or experiment or do anything. I think that you should be able to. However, maybe we should safeguard each other from the more extreme substances and things out there. We want the best for each other after all, don't we? And some people, they be turning to drugs for the wrong reasons. Although what is the right reason to turn to drugs? Is there one? Probably not. Even if you're just doing it for fun or for the experience, it's still not really a good reason to do it, is it? Not really a good reason. What do you think, little creature, of our little drawing session today? This is a little bit of an experimental location. I do like to go to different places to experiment. You never know where a good location might be. I came here because I cycled through the other day and I saw lots of, they're like park benches and tables. Lots of park benches and tables, and I thought to myself, That would be a lovely place to set up where I could sit comfortably. I could sit comfortably for a period of time, an extended period of time, and I could film. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing right now. The only problem with this location is it's extraordinarily public. Lots and lots of people, lots and lots of people. You can probably hear them. And probably they think I'm absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. They see me hunched over on a table, hiding behind my bag, doing God knows what. Do God knows what. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not certain. Today might be a flippy flop. Today might be a flippy flop. I think it is very, very windy. Extremely windy. Perhaps too windy. I hope it hasn't affected the audio too much. You know, I've got these fuzzy, fluffy little microphone covers. These fuzzy, fluffy little microphone covers. But even those, they will not protect from high winds like today. Certainly not. Certainly not. They will only protect from small, gentle breezes. Maybe you can tell, but I've been using my hand. I've been using my hand right next to the microphone to try and shield it from the wind. And as I mentioned earlier, I've got my setup with the rucksack, trying to protect you from the wind. But you know, the difficulty is blowing all over the place. It's blowing in every single direction feasibly possible. Every single direction physically possible. The wind is going around and around and around and around. Absolutely crazy style today. Yes, we shall see, shan't we? We shall see. Hopefully it's mostly like white noise. I have a feeling this entire video might be like white noise. That might be a good thing, you know. Maybe you can use this one little creature to fall asleep. To fall asleep. Some gentle white noise and some company to fall asleep to. That sounds rather lovely, actually, don't you think? That sounds rather lovely. Well, my little creature, I think it might be time to end. It might be time for me to go out and continue my adventures in the world. You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to cycle to Tesco to buy food. Oh goodness me, the exciting life of an adult. The exciting life of an adult. I can't wait to go grocery shopping. How exciting. What delicious and delightful foods will I buy today? I'm kind of budgeting. Right now, kind of budgeting hardcore style. Hardcore style. I've been living on rice and cornflakes predominantly. Not the healthiest diet in the world. Not the healthiest diet in the world, but I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I don't eat only rice and cornflakes, of course. Of course, otherwise I'd get scurvy. I have a couple of little fruits and vegetables and a little bit of meat. I'm having a lot of tinned salmon at the moment, so I'm probably going to get mercury poisoning, aren't I? Is that what you get from tinned fish? Mercury poisoning? Whatever. I shall simply eliminate all toxins from my body, and I shall be the healthiest individual in all the land. In all